Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Beard of Darkness Book Reviews, and today I'm going to be dropping my very first short story review. I had a lot of fun with this. It was more fun than I thought it was going to be. I went into it thinking I'm going to give short stories a chance, but at the same time my expectations weren't very high, and really it couldn't have been a better experience. It's now opened my mind to another side of literature that I didn't think that I would give a chance. The Shepherd. This is a short story by Matthew Owen Jones, and it was very striking. I use that word a lot, but I like to use it to describe very impressive works that hits me in the stomach and kind of makes me question why I never gave short stories a chance. This story is about an old shepherd and his granddaughter. You find out that they've dealt with tragedy and loss. So through this grief and loss, something that is really hit home in this short story is family and how important family is. At least that's how I took it. And protecting your family. There's a few different aspects that make this a fantasy short story. I'm just gonna expect you to take my word on that, because I've found that in making this review of a short story, you kind of have to allow the people or the reviewer to give you enough information to recommend it and enough trust in that reviewer to just kind of take his word. So what I mean by saying that is, if I give away too much information, it will be a spoiler, and it's easier to do this with a short story. We find a lot of mother-son stories. Something that is really hit very hard in this, because it's simply about two people. There's some very minor secondary characters, but the love that this grandfather has for his granddaughter, and the story that they tell together, it's very inspiring, and it makes me want to do better as a human, as a husband, as a father. It just was very heartwarming. So in a nutshell, you've got loss, you've got grief, you've got a grandfather's love, you've got a granddaughter's love for her grandfather, you've got a story that is heartwarming and heart-wrenching at times, and you've got love, a little bit of regret, and there's tragedy. So it's a short story by all means. I think it's like 33 pages, but don't let that fool you by the punch that it's going to give you. Now, as far as in fantasy, we like to talk about the world building. What a cool world this is in. I'm not sure if it's Earth. I think it is Earth, but it's a wintry, pine-ridden land. It's rough. It's unforgiving, but somehow in that unforgiving land, you feel warm and cozy. I don't know, at least I do, because I picture this log cabin, a wood hearth. I feel at home when I read this kind of story. One of my favorite things is there are a couple twists that you'll never see coming. It kind of is symbolic and makes the whole story just come together. Look at this cover too. Just very, very striking cover. It's beautiful. And this is the back. And just the realism. I did also look inside the cover for who to give credit for, or credit to, for the cover art, and it is Flandeville. And I'll put the link below. For my positives, we've got a great story. We have a story that doesn't take any time to get into. You're really attached to the characters as soon as you start the book. The landscape and the world is very vivid. I felt at home. I felt like I could absolutely follow this story and picture it and have in my imagination. It was really fun. Now, as far as anything negative, I have one negative, and it was that there were a couple themes, and like I said, I'm not going to go into the details. They will absolutely be spoilers, that took a little time to set in, for me to understand what was going on as far as the whole picture and the story as a whole. I'll let you guys take that as it is, at face value, and I hope you read it because you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Is really all I can say. Now, as my rating, I do a rating 1 to 5 stars, 1 being bah, and 5 being absolutely loved it. This is a solid 4 stars. I like it a whole lot, guys. Never will I ever not recommend this short story. So not only is this my first, but I don't know that it could have came to me at a better time. I'm a dad, I'm a husband, and this, for some reason, I think a lot of it has to do with imagining going through the loss and the grief and the tragedy that these characters and the shepherd go through. That hits home to husbands or dads and just people in general. We all have the human condition, and I think the empathy is one thing that really binds us all together through stories especially. So absolutely would recommend this short story, The Shepherd by Matt Owen Jones. Had a blast reading it. I'm so glad I had the opportunity to read it. So I'll have Matt Owen Jones link in the descriptions. I'll have all my links. Subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff helps the channel grow. I apologize for waiting so long between reviews. I've been doing a lot of interviews, and I'm really having fun with that, by the way. I hope you guys are enjoying it. So until next time, stay imaginative.